Hear this. More than 70% of companies they surveyed consider creative thinking and analytical thinking to be the skills most expected to rise. Wow, shocker. So the world is quickly changing. We know that by now. And at an extremely rapid pace, we might add. Yes, we know that too. By this point, we are well aware of the fact that the job market is being completely swept away, with companies shutting down entire departments and opting for AI-assisted technology to replace repetitive tasks previously assigned to humans. So what can we do about this as creative professionals, entrepreneurs, media-preneurs, creators, and makers to stay relevant in this market and future-proof ourselves to earn a spot in this ever-evolving, technology-disrupted economy that we're living in, whether we agree with it or not? Welcome to this first and opening episode of My Brand New Skills by Kitty Mogo. I'm your host, and right now we're about to jump right into exactly what skills are crucial for staying personally and professionally relevant in today's economy. And we'll comment on why these skills are considered to be irreplaceable by AI and much more. So without further ado, let's dive right into these juicy numbers because they're pretty groundbreaking, and you're about to see why. The most recent Future of Jobs survey conducted by the World Economic Forum showed that, pay attention to this number, over 73% of organizations surveyed consider creative thinking to be a top priority for them when considering talent as they move into the future. This was also reported by Forbes magazine. And creative thinking is followed closely by the second most in-demand skill for the future, which is analytical thinking, at 71.6%. These numbers have also been echoed by Statista, which conducted their own study and surveyed, hear this, 11.3 million employees from 803 organizations globally, finding that more than 70% of companies they surveyed consider creative thinking and analytical thinking to be the skills most expected to rise in importance between 2023 and 2027. Wow, shocker. What do you think about this from your own experience? Do you agree with these numbers? So now let's talk about why these creative thinking skills are being considered to be irreplaceable by AI. Forbes magazine made a comment on this matter stating, there is one thing that artificial intelligence can never fully replicate or replace, and that is human intelligence. Creative thinking is a unique skill set that boasts the advantages of not only being in demand, but it cannot be duplicated by machines, making it a greater necessity to develop this skill if you want to future-proof your career. Do you agree with this? Well, I have to say I partially agree with this statement. I do believe that AI is going to closely mimic human intelligence in the coming decades. But I understand if you're still on the fence about this, you may want to take a look at the sci-fi drama Her with Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix. One of the many readings of this film is that it might rather be human empathy, the one soft skill that artificial intelligence may have a bit of a harder time successfully replicating. Another interesting piece is the sci-fi novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick, which inspired the whole Blade Runner saga. That's just a little quick footnote right there. What do you think about these pieces? If you've already seen or read any of those pieces, make sure to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know your take on this. So my fellow creative thinkers, it sure looks like today is our lucky day, or better yet, half a decade for that matter. So now more than ever, if you've been considering unlearning and relearning how to get those creative juices flowing for strategic thinking and problem solving, it sure looks like you're on your way to staying personally and professionally relevant in the coming years, regardless of the industry that you work in. And this is a pretty lengthy study, but I promise I will keep diving deeper into it and sharing with you as many more insights as I can find on this subject, so we can all stay ahead of the times and move swiftly, as I'm sure you're pretty familiar with if you're even listening to this. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like and subscribe or save it to your library in case you're listening to this podcast on YouTube Music, so you keep getting my newest episodes and content. I promise you a fun and creative ride to reskill, upskill, and cross-skill your game as we navigate together this creative revolution that we're living in right now. If you want to consult these numbers and studies yourself, I will be linking them in the description box below for your reference. So, it's been a pleasure having you here today, and I'll definitely catch you on the next one.